are we? How are we connected to the rest of the universe? So such kind of things we need to know. Basic minimum information that is required to know.
Ornate with shining stars, extending as far as the eye can see. Beauty and majesty of the universe have inspired awe and reverence in the best brains throughout history. Many millennia ago, an advanced civilization revealed the mystery of the origin and nature of the cosmos. The universe is made up of 14 vertically arranged planetary systems, or lokas. In the center of Jambudvip stands the most extraordinary divine golden mountain, Meru. The sun evaporates water from all over the creation and uses it as fuel. The Vedic literatures answer the question whether the cosmos always existed or it had a beginning. On the ocean, Vishnu expansion reclined on a serpent bed. From his navel arose a lotus on which Brahma was born. A super-intelligent being, Vishnu, reclining in mystic slumber amid the causal ocean. When he exhales, millions of universes issue from his body and expand, until he inhales when all the universes return within him.
So now let us enter into the subject matter. So today we'll try to discuss the creation of this universe, and tomorrow onwards we'll try to discuss about our universe. Srila Prabhupada painstakingly every day, waking up early in the morning, compiled so many books so that we can study, understand the importance of life, and practice bhakti. Among many things that Srila Prabhupada has given to us, Srila Prabhupada also expected some of his disciples come together and construct the temple of Vedic planetarium for the purpose of educating our devotee community in one of the very important subject matter, that is the day-to-day phenomena. Every day we see sun rising, sun setting. Like that, in 7 days there is a week, in 30 days there is a month, in 360 days there is a year. In the year we have summer season, rainy season, winter season, and once in a while we also have eclipses. Recent Purnami we had eclipse, and very soon we are going to have, that was solar lunar eclipse, we are going to have solar eclipse also. So such kind of basic things, though we have studied, read in our schools, but does anything Bhagavatam has to say about all these things? Srila Prabhupada wanted to present all these things very authentically as per Srimad Bhagavatam. For that, he requested some of his devotees, some of his disciples, to study this fifth canto very carefully and present everything in the temple of Vedic planetarium. So especially these four things: passing of day and night, how the moon is changing its phases, the passing of the seasons over a year, and the eclipses. So, however, Srimad Bhagavatam begins with Parikshit Maharaj accepting Sukadeva Goswami as his spiritual master, who narrates the Bhagavatam taking the reference of the conversation that took place between Vidura and Maitreya. And both of them, Sukadeva Goswami spoke to Parikshit Maharaj, which Brahma spoke to Narada. At the same time, Maitreya spoke to Vidura, taking that as a reference. He speaks about our universe. So first, the primary creation of universe by Lord Vishnu, How did he create this entire universe? And this topic has been presented as a Vedic alternative to modern Big Bang theory. All of us, since childhood, we have been listening, we have been watching, huh? We have been attending the scientific expos in our school days, college days, talking about Big Bang theory and many other the modern theories. So it is a small video, shows a glimpse of how the Big Bang theory is all about. जय श्री श्री राधा विनोद की जय, जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय, जय श्री गौरताय की जय. So about 13.7 or 8 billion years back, everything has been converged into a single point, which exploded, and that formed into what we see now, into so many galaxies, Milky Ways, solar systems, etc., etc. In that, end up with our solar system. So these are some of the things that we have been studying and hearing in our school books and school texts. So now let us see from Bhagavatam what Maitreya Muni is talking about the creation of this universe, how this universe has been manifested. So this entire discussion comes up with a single question raised by Vidura unto Maitreya. All of us have heard, seen movies or dramas since childhood about the Mahabharata. Vidura is the minister of the entire Bharatavarsha. He acted as the minister for 100 years. The time when he was appointed as the minister, when Pandu was made king, from there for 100 years, he was supposed to be continuing as a Shudra. Until then, he was born in a royal family and he was treated by everyone because in this Gurukul, all three brothers were gelling very nicely. But the moment when Pandu was announced king, Yudhishthira was not. Dhritarashtra was not announced as a king. Dhritarashtra started disliking Vidura. Till then, Vidura was one of his close friend. From there on, though he kept him very close to him, though he used to take his suggestion and all, but still at one part of the heart, there is always some negativity. That fructified in the form of Duryodhana, who at the end, after the failure of the peace mission, shouted at Vidura, saying that, who allowed you inside, O Dasiputra, get out. You tell my father to arrest me or hang me till death. It is you who are supposed to be hanged till death. If you stand any more in front of my eyes, I'll kill you, I'll behead you right now. Get lost from here. That was the time he became freed from his curse by Mandavi Muni. For the last 100 years, he was going through that curse. At this point of time, he became free. He has been acting as the minister for the last 100 years. Then he went to travel all different holy places. He traveled for 36 years. After that, he came to Prabhas. He learned that just now, yesterday only. Yesterday only. The Yadus fought among themselves and killed each other. And Lord Krishna departed. Hearing this, Vidura does not want to stay anymore. But however, till now he has been traveling all the different holy places all over Bharatavarsha, except one place. Which place is that? He did not go to two places, actually. One is Dwaraka, second one is, no, Vrindavan. Anyway, he will not go to Hastinapur because he was always feeling sorry. In spite of me being present in Hastinapur, in my presence, Pandavas have to go through so many difficulties. Even though Vidura was saving Pandavas at every step, but he was feeling so sorry that how can I show my face to Krishna? It is my failure that Draupadi was attempted to disrupt. It was my failure that Lord Krishna's peace mission failed. It was my failure that battle began. The family fought among themselves. He could not go and show his face again to Krishna. But now since Lord Krishna departed, before he wanted to wind up his pastimes, he went to Vrindavan. That is where he met Uddhava. And he requested Uddhava, what happened? He learnt everything about Lord Krishna and Jesus and all, everything. Then Uddhava said, I met Lord Krishna at Prabhas yesterday, before he would depart. He told me to go to Badrikashram. Then Vidura asked, please tell me what Lord Krishna spoke to you. For that, you need to approach Maitreya, not me. Then Vidura goes to Maitreya. He meets in Haridwar. And he makes various inquiries. In essence, the inquiry is this. Who is Vidura in his original position? Yamaraj. What is the Yamaraj service? Huh? Not justice. Punishing. It is Yamaraj who sees what kind of activities all of us are performing. He is the, what we can say, he is the main camera. Whether everyone else is seeing or not, he will be definitely seeing us. What are we doing day in, day out? It is he, the one person who knows everything about everyone. And he is seeing from far. Yamalok se dekh rahe hain. And he came here as Vidura. By being the minister, he was seeing. Then he became sadhu. By being sadhu, he is seeing everyone. And he is asking Maitreya, what is this? Why the Supreme Lord created this universe with misery and happiness? Why people are going to come to a conclusion of their miseries? Please tell me what is the reason for it and what is the remedy for this? Sukaya karmani karoti loke natai sukam vanyaduparamam va vindeta bhuya tataiva dukkam yadatra yuktam bhagavan vadenna. Hey Bhagavan, please tell me, as far as my observation, people perform various activities to get happiness and also to mitigate their current misery. But unfortunately, neither they are able to mitigate their misery nor they are getting happiness. Then what an intelligent person should do? I have some misery, I want some happiness, I am undertaking some activity. This activity neither mitigating my current misery nor giving happiness, instead giving misery. So misery already there, now misery is increasing. Then what I am supposed to do? So normal man says, this activity is not good, let me do some other activity. They do that, still same result. No more new happiness, but additional misery. Do they stop? No. They keep doing this. Sometimes they work as a human being, sometimes they work as a Devata, Asura, Kinnara, Kimpurusha, Gandharva, Apsara, and else. Animal, birds, beast, like that. They keep changing from one species to other species, trying to experience happiness. Here, everywhere. Vindeta Bhuya Tateva Dukkam. Now please tell me what is the reason for it? What is the remedy for it? This was the inquiry of Vidura. So the reason and remedy lies in Srishti Lila. If we hear and understand Srishti Lila, we understand the reason for our misery, the remedy for our misery. Both are in that only. For which Maitreya explains how and why this universe has been created by Mahavishnu. The creation of the universe is nothing but the answer to the question asked by Vidura. What is the reason and what is the remedy for the perpetual misery of the conditioned soul? If anybody want to know answer for this question, should patiently lead and hear the creation pastimes. So Bhagavatam says the entire creation has been made up of five tattvas. Dravyam karma cha kalascha swabhavo jiva evacha. Vasudeva paro brahman na chanyastosti tatvatah. In tatvatah, the entire universe is made up of five tattvas. Dravya, Kala, Karma, Swava, and Jiva. Now let us try to understand how these five tattvas are manifesting this entire universe. So for the purpose of material creation, Lord Krishna expands himself as Mahavishnu. Where does Mahavishnu stay? Causal ocean. What is causal ocean? Pradhana Parama Vyomnor Antare Viraja Nadi. Vedanga Sveda Janita Toyai Prasravita Shubha. There is Pradhana, there is Paravam Vyoma. Till now Pradhana is not manifested, but eventually at the end it will manifest. On one side there is Paravam Vyoma, that means spiritual world. On the other side there is material world. Pradhana means material world. In between these two there is a river. That river name is Viraja Nadi. That river is made up of Vedanga Purushas, sweat water. Who is Vedanga Purusha? The Supreme God himself. From his sweat, the causal ocean has been created. In that causal ocean, he was lying. He was alone. He had to create. When there was a desire to create in his heart, then what happened? Pradhana, the first one out of five tattvas. Pradhana means Prakriti, Mahamaya, Gunamaya. Like that, various names you can see. Avyakta and Dravya. These are different synonyms for the same person. In different circumstances, they are used. So when Mahavishnu desired to create, Dravya or Pradhana came out of the transcendental form of Mahavishnu through his skin pores. In Brahma Samhita, there is a verse. All of us very adorably recite. What is that verse? Okay. Ah, I was looking for other verse. Yashvaisa Nishvasita Kala Matavalambya Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagadanda Nata Vishnur Mahan Sayesya Kala Vishesho Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bajami. All of us, the devotees, we say that the universes are coming out of the skin pores of Mahavishnu. Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagadanda Nata. That is a sutra. It is a Brahma Sutra. Sutra means a big information is zipped in one line. It is like end conclusion. उसके पीछे बहुत सारा details है. So now we understand. What comes out of skin pores is not the universe. Is Pradhana. It is Prakriti. In our day-to-day understanding, we can say material nature. The material nature coming out of Mahavishnu skin pores and standing in front of Mahavishnu, waiting for some seva. And we worship. The deity of Pradhana is Mahakali, Durga Devi. She is standing in front of Mahavishnu waiting for some seva. Hey Bhagavan, मुझे आपने बुलाया था कुछ सेवा के लिए, बाला बताओ क्या सेवा है. Then Mahavishnu, who was in Yoga Nidra. So in the previous, I did not read it. Eko Nanatva Manvichen Yoga Talpa Samutita. He was lying on the yoga, that Ampashaya, not Ampashaya, there is Shesha Shaya. He was in Yoga Nidra. Now the desire to become many appeared. Then Durga Devi appeared in front of him. Then Lord slightly opens his eyes. That opening carries the remaining four tattvas. The first tattva came out of skin pores. The remaining four tattvas comes out of Lord's glance. What are the four? Kala, Karma, Swabhava, Jiva. Kala belongs to Supreme Lord's potency. Karma and Jiva belongs to Jiva. As appeared from the eyes of Mahavishnu, before reaching Prakriti, Kala transforms himself into Mahakala Purusha. And he is known as Sadashiva. And that Sadashiva carries all the living entities and deposits them in the womb of Prakriti. And eventually that Prakriti gives rise to the manifestation of 24 elements. One after the other, all 24 elements are produced. Here, how many of you have the habit of gardening in your place, wherever you are? Maybe some plants, tulsi, and few small plants, some vegetable plants, flower plants. So what do we do? How do you start? First we take seeds, sow the seeds, and keep putting water, keep exposing it to sunlight and fresh breeze and all. So eventually the tree grows. Same way, the universe also manifests. Let us see now how the universe is manifesting. Karanodakashaya Vishnu glancing upon Prakriti. That glance carries Kala, Karma, Swabhava and Jiva. And that Kala expanding himself into Mahakala Purusha impregnates all the Jivas along with their Karmas and Swabhavas into the womb of Prakriti. Now, by the interaction of Kala, Karma, Swabhava, the Prakriti, nothing but consisting of three modes, which are in sleeping state, which are in equilibrium state. The three modes slowly getting activated. Just like the seeds, if you keep in the storeroom, they can be as seeds only for 100 years. But as soon as you put in the mud, in 2 days it becomes sprouted. Yes or no? Same thing. As long as Prakriti is inside the body of Mahavishnu, even outside of Mahavishnu, it was like a seed in the go down. But as soon as Mahavishnu glances, it is as good as sowing a seed. Slowly starts sprouting. So first what is happening? Prakriti consisting of three modes. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Sattva-guna becomes activated. That is nothing but the sprout of the plant. We eat sprouts in our home. In the night, we put all the seeds in the water, then we put in the cloth and we hang it. Next day morning, sprouts will come. The sprout is Sattaguna, which eventually transforms into the root of the tree. Sprout becomes the root of the tree, which is always inside the ground, which we can't see. Throughout the tree's life, we can't see the roots. It is always inside the ground only. So first mode of goodness expands himself into sprout, eventually transforms into the root. Then couple of days later, Jai Sri Sri Radha Vinod ki Jai, Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki Jai, Gaurnitai ki Jai. You can see above the surface of the earth a small sapling. Just like first there is sprout, then there is small sapling. That sapling is nothing but mode of passion, which eventually transforms into the trunk of the tree. For a tree, the trunk is very much important. Entire tree stands on the trunk only. So that is called Sutra Tattva. Now, the first one is called Mahatattva, second one is called Sutra Tattva. In our day-to-day understanding, Mahatattva means Chetana. Chetana is there, but we can't know. We don't know where it is, how it is. But the second thing, Sutra Tattva, which is like the trunk of the tree, there is nothing but breathing. Since the time we come out of the womb of the mother, till the time we leave this body, one thing is constantly going on, breathing. Even in the middle of the night when we are in deep sleep, we are not even aware who we are. You are sleeping here outside, so big rain is coming, so many things are happening, you are not aware. But one thing is happening. What is that? Breathing. That is the importance of Sutra Tattva. It is very much essential for us. If breathing stops, Hare Krishna. And then the trunk is called Ahankara. The trunk is the identity of the person. Ahankara. From the trunk comes three branches. Sattva-guna branch, Rajoguna branch, Tamoguna branch. From Sattva-guna branch there comes mind. And also the different devatas that govern the sensory activities. Okay? Then Rajoguna branch there comes intelligence and 10 pranas. Prana, Apana, Samana, Vyana, Udana, Devadatta, Naga, Krikara, Dhananjaya, etc. There are 10 pranas. The 10 pranas and intelligence manifest from the Rajoguna branch. And also 5 Jnanendriyas and 5 Karmendriyas. And from Tamoguna branch, 5 Tanmatras, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, and 5 Panchamahabhutas, earth, water, fire, air, ether. Like this, slowly the entire tree is ready. All the 24 elements manifested one after the other from Prakriti. And this is their interrelation. The 5 grass elements, their 5 specific characteristics. Earth, ether has sound, air has touch, fire has form, water has taste, earth has smell. And they are experienced by 5 Jnanendriyas. We have 5 Jnanendriyas, they are experienced by these 5 Jnanendriyas. They are acting under the supervision of these 5 devatas. And we have 5 Karmendriyas. They are acting under the supervision of these 5 devatas. And there are 4 subtle senses, 4 Antakaranas. These 10 are called Bahya Karanas. They are interacting with the external world. That's why they are called Bahya Karanas. Man, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chetana, these are the 4 internal senses which are always situated in the heart only. They are only acting internally. That's why they are called as Antakaranas. And they are governed by their respective devatas. So this is manifested from Prakriti. 24 elements, corresponding devatas, there is an interrelation among them. And the combination of these 24 elements is this entire universe and also our individual body. Our body is also made up of the same 24 elements. And they are interacting with each other and we are doing all our activities. There is one interesting verse in Bhagavad Gita. Currently, what am I doing? I am speaking. What all of you are doing? Hearing, watching, sitting. Okay? So many things are happening. We say that I am speaking. All of you may say I am hearing, I am seeing, I am all these things you may say. But Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani ahankara vimudatma. Ah, a person like me, I say that I am speaking. A person like you, you say that I am listening, I am watching. But according to Lord Krishna, who is doing all these activities? Prakrite kriyamanani. Prakriti is doing. Here mouth is there. Mouth is speaking. Hands are operating the computer. Legs are walking. Prabhuji is standing and doing arati. Hands and legs. Eyes are seeing. Nose is smelling. Ears are listening. Tongue is tasting. After the class, you might be having prasadam, hopefully. So like this. But we say that I am eating, I am smelling. It is completely opposite. We are not doing anything. Atma remains a witness. Sakshitvat. Atma does not do anything. Who is doing all these things? Senses. अपने आप कर रहे, हम कुछ नहीं करते. How things are happening? Every object or every person in this world primarily made up of Pancha Mahabhutas. And the Pancha Mahabhutas have 5 properties. Shabda, Sparsha, Rasa, Rupa, Gandha. All of you are there. All of you have a particular form. And all of you, when you speak, there is sound comes. Everything is there. But you are there, I am here. How do I get all these things from you all the way up to me? How am I able to see? How am I able to hear? How am I able to smell? How am I able to do all other things? Touch also, everything. I am here. You are here and I am here. So how is the interconnection between both of us? The interconnection is also through Pancha Mahabhutas. This Prabhuji is speaking. I am able to hear. The sound that is producing, it comes all the way up to me through the via medium of ether. And this Prabhuji is wearing a white kurta. I am able to see that information coming from all the way from him to me. How it is happening? To the light. As long as there is a light in this room, I can see him. When there is no light, I can't see him. In the kitchen, our devotees are preparing very nice preparation. The fragrance is coming all the way here. Where from that fragrance is coming? Earth element. No. Originally, earth element. The basmati rice grown up from earth. They carry the fragrance. So, if the fragrance is not there in the rice, how the air will bring it here all the way here? So, primary carrier is earth only. One basmati grain through the media pipe coming in contact with earth, it becomes into 200 basmati grains. And the 200 becomes again 200 into 200. So, earth is expanding that fragrance into multitude. So, like that. So, now, for example, that Prabhuji is sitting there, I am seeing him. The image of that person, 5 feet height and this much width and all these things, it is coming and reflecting on my eyeball. The eyeball. But how do I understand? This is a person so much height, so much weight, so much weight. It would be like that. So white color clothes he is wearing like that. How do I understand? That information which is fell upon this eyeball, it goes all the way up to the heart. The carrier that is carrying the information from the eyeball to the heart is called Jnanendriya. Normally we say the eyes are the Jnanendriya. This eyeball is not the Jnanendriya. This is a fleshy eyeball. It can be replaced. It can be operated. It can be removed. It can be done. But that which we can't do anything, that which is internally, it is there. That is called Jnanendriya. Shrotram, Chakshu, Sparshanam cha, Rasanam, Granam evacha. They are the Jnanendriyas, which are carrying the information from external senses to the internal heart. They are called Jnanendriyas. When we leave this body, these Jnanendriyas will go to the next body. But the fleshy eyes, fleshy nose, fleshy ears, fleshy tongue remain here only. Utkramantam sitam vapi bunjanam va gunanvitam vimuda nanu pachanti jnana chakshusha. Not this. इसके पहले verse. What was the verse before this? What was the verse? Shrotram chakshus parshanam cha rasanam granam cha adhishtaya manaschaham vishayanupasevate. So when we leave this body, we go along with the senses. That's why people say, na, I have out of body experience. The soul comes out of the body along with the senses. In Bhagavad Gita, we say the gross body is made up of earth, water, fire, ether, and subtle body is made up of man, buddhi, ahankara. But according to Bhagavatam, the subtle body is made up of 5 jnanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas, 4 antakaranas, 10 pranas, atma and paramatma. All of them leave this gross body made up of panch mahabhutas and enters into a new mother's womb. These are actually subtle organs, the 5 senses, 5 jnanendriyas and 5 karmendriyas. This hand is a fleshy hand, but the ability to lift something and give and take, that is called karmendriya. The legs are fleshy legs, but the ability to walk and run, that is called karmendriya. It's like that. So both are different. You can briefly see here, the information from the external world is carried all the way up to us through the medium of Panchamahabhutas, which is pursued by the gross sense organs. The information internally will be passed from the gross organ to the heart with the help of subtle sense organ, Jnanendriyas, and they go to heart. In the heart, there is something called as Buddhi. Buddhi will analyze, Buddhi will tell what is what. Buddhi will tell, this is Prabhuji, that is Mataji, these are the deities, this is Prabhupada's, this is book, this is laptop, this is harmonium, all this information, it is intelligence which analyze and tell us. It's like that. So this is how things are happening. There is a gross body, which is the field of activity. The 5 jnana collecting information, Buddhi analyzing the information, and mind stores the experience. We come to temple, we take the darshan, there is a good experience that is stored in the heart. And who is experiencing? Experiencer कौन है? Huh? You don't see here and tell. So we say that I am experiencing. Normally we say that I am experiencing. We say that I am experiencing. If somebody asks who are you, what is the general answer when somebody asks who are you? Huh? We say your name. I am a human being. My name is so and so. I am so and so engineer, doctor, this, that. That is called ahankar. Identifying with the body. The name which our parents are given to the body, not to the soul. The name was given to soul is by Guru Maharaj. Jivera Sarupai. What is your name? Anybody initiated devotee? What is the name? What is the name, Prabhuji? No, Das. Jivera Sarupai Krishna Ranitya Das. Who is Chaitanya Prasad? You are not Chaitanya Prasad. He is Chaitanya Prasad. You are his Das. Okay? That is the name of the soul. What is your civil name? Chetan. Chetan is the name of this body, which weighs maybe 80 kgs. So it is like that. So as long as we identify with our body, our ahankara in the forefront. Ahankara is the experiencer. When I say that I am experiencing, my ahankara is experiencing. When I say that, please bring me this prasad. Who is asking? Ahankar. आत्मा के लिए प्रसाद नहीं चाहिए, अहंकार के लिए प्रसाद चाहिए. So ahankar will order is a subordinate. Go and get me prasad. The subordinate is mind. And mind will instigate the pranas, 10 pranas. Hey, 10 pranas, uto, kuch karo. The 10 pranas will engage karmendriyas. Then suddenly Prabhuji will tell to this Prabhuji. And this Prabhuji will get up and go to kitchen, take the plate, serve prasadam and bring it here. Karmendriyas do. For ourselves, Ahankara will tell the mind will tell the pranas will tell, the 10 pranas are there, na? The pranas will tell the karmendriyas will get up, walk, take the plate and speak out. Sarumi, give me this more, give me this less, and baito, mix and eat. This is all done by karmendriyas. Mouth is involved, hands are involved, legs are involved. These are all karmendriyas. So like that. This is how the senses are functioning in cooperation with each other. What soul is doing in this? Witness. बस वो अपने आप काम कर रहे हैं, सिर्फ देखते रहे. Hare Krishna. So the external world and the gross body are achetana. And what is shown here is all nothing but subtle body. All these put together is subtle body. Jnanendriyas, karmendriyas, buddhi, pranas, mind, and ahankara, all these put together is called subtle body. And there is someone called soul. Atma to hai. How this subtle body is connected to the soul? Soul is completely spiritual. The subtle body and the gross body are completely material. How a matter can connect to a spirit? Both are opposite in nature. Completely different only. Spirit is completely different, matter is completely different. How these two can be connected to each other? The connecting medium is no Chetana. Normally we say we have three modes: Sattva-guna, Rajo-guna and Tamo-guna. Normally when we say Sattva-guna, it is not pure Sattva-guna. 80% Sattva-guna, 10% Rajo-guna, 10% Tamo-guna. When we say Rajo-guna, 80% Rajo-guna, 10% Sattva-guna, 10% Tamo-guna. When we say Tamo-guna, 80%, 10%, 10%. Ahankara is 80% Tamo-guna, 10 Raja, 10 Sattva. Mind 80% Sattva-guna, 10% Rajas, 10% Tamas. Intelligence 80% Rajoguna, 10 here, 10 here. But there is one element, 100% Sattva-guna. Chetana. No, wait. Chetana is 100% Sattva-guna. And soul is Gunatita. Okay. The gross elements all the way up to Man, Buddhi, Ahankara, they are completely three modes. The soul is Gunatita. How a Gunatita is connected to Gunas? With Chetana. Chetana is which connects the Gunas with the Gunatita, because though it is also part of Gunas, but is beyond Gunas. Because there is no contamination of Rajas and Tamas. So it can link the matter with spirit. It is the Chetana which is linking both of them. So Atma and Paramatma are connected to Chetana. So normally this is supposed to be the order. External world, gross body, subtle body, chitta, spirit soul, and super soul. If this is the hierarchy, the soul is always in Anandamaya Abhyasa. But in our practical world, this is not the order. The order is like this. Who is the boss here? Subtle body. Man, Buddhi, Ahankara. सब तीनों में अहंकारा is सुपर बॉस. So एक तरफ ग्रास बॉडी इज देयर एंड एक्सटर्नल वर्ल्ड इज देयर, दूसरी तरफ चित्ता, स्पिरिट एंड सुपर सोल. सबको चुप, बोलो मत. चित्ता इज ट्राइंग टू टेल बाबा थोड़ा भक्ति करो. चुप, आपको क्या पता है, चलो रेस्टोरेंट, इधर जाते उधर जाते उधर जाते, लेट मी एंजॉय. Some that is what is happening. Why? In third kind of teachings, Lord Kapila says it is Ahankara which is doing everything in this world because of the misidentity and doership mentality. Para abhidhyana kartrutvam. He says, I am the doer. I am the doer, and hence I am the enjoyer. And para abhidhyana means I am a human being. I am Devata. I am this. I am that. The body He considers himself that, and next I am the doer. Because of these two things, he thinks I am the Lord. Ishwaroham, Siddhoham, that's all. वैसे चलता रहा दुनिया. So these are some technical details inside. So now, actually, we have already reached 8:15. Prabhuji gave me that till 8:15 to take the class, then open for question answers. We are still under the way only. Just quickly, we just wrap up and we'll take maybe five more minutes, then we'll complete. So here you see the 24 elements manifested. Till now, we are just seeing their properties and all. They are all lying there. They are all praying to Lord, please, oh Lord, you created us. And what is the service that we have? Why you have created us? Please engage us in your service. They all offer prayers to Supreme Lord. As soon as they offer prayers, Mahavishnu entered into all of them in the form of Vibhu Shakti as a cohesive energy and combined all the 24 elements. Just like all our Matajis in the kitchen, they combine different ingredients to make any food preparation. And from that combination, there appeared unlimited Brahmandas. वो भी होता है ना, in order to make tepla, you take wheat and other different ingredients, combine them and make so many teplas or puri or whatever. Same way, combining 24 elements, so many Brahmandas are formed. This is how. Jivanti Loma Vilaja Jagadannanata. How Brahmandas came from the skin pores of Mahavishnu, iske piche itna hai. Finally, universes came and they are all floating in the causal ocean. They can't drown because they are like the Panipuri. They only have the external covering. Inside it is all empty, kokla, like the ball. So in order to make it move further, the same Karnodakshaya Vishnu expands himself into Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. One Garbhodakshaya Vishnu enters into one universe. Inside is all empty, dark. There is only universal shell outside, made up of 7 layers. And Garbhodakshaya Vishnu enters into our universe. As soon as he entered, everything is dark. उनको अच्छा नहीं लगा, भाई नींद आ रहा है. We want to take rest. Anyway, he has to do some creation activity. Before doing something, let me take some rest. Then let me do all other things. So to take rest also there is nothing. Then he manifested water, which filled lower half of the universe. He manifested ether, air, and light, which occupied the upper part of the universe. Then he entered deep inside the Garbhodaka ocean, at the base of the Garbhodaka ocean, and taking rest. काफी समय तक रेस्ट लिया, 1000 years. Then he realized that why I came here to do creation, but what am I doing? Resting. But बहुत हो गया, अभी let me do activity. Then he glanced upon his own abdomen. Creation को शुरू करने के लिए he looked into his own abdomen. Then from his navel there appeared a beautiful lotus. Slowly coming out of the water, it expanded, occupied the entire upper part of the universe. Just above the water, there is a beautiful lotus leaf spreading all over across, and there is a stem coming from the middle of that. On top of that, there is a beautiful flower, which occupied the upper half of the entire universe. फिर भी कुछ और नहीं हो रहा है. लोटस तो आ गया, इसको और आगे बढ़ाने का. So this is like our regular lotus which we see in all our South Indian temples. Then he expands himself as Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, enters into that lotus at the Paramatma of that lotus. Then suddenly Brahma appears on the top. First Karnodakshaya Vishnu, then Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, then Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Then he manifested on top of the lotus. So then Brahma ji, मैं कहाँ हूं? Who am I? Identity crisis. He was trying to search out for the source of the lotus and source of himself. He could not. So much time passed. Then he heard 2 letters, Tapa, Tapa. Then he performed tapasya. Then he had the beautiful darshan of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. He offered prayers. He requested for the empowerment to do creation. Then Mahavishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu empowered Brahma to do creation further. From on, you please take care. You please take the responsibility. Then Brahmaji, with the empowerment of Lord Vishnu, he divided the universe into three parts. Why three parts? Because there are three modes: Sattaguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Let me have the universe in three divisions. Sattaguni people will stay here, Rajoguni people will stay here, Tamoguni people will stay here. Like that he thought. Then he thought there will be combination also. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, aisa permutation combination will be there. So let me have more variety. Then he divided the three into 14. భూలోక భువర్లోక స్వర్గలోక మహర్లోక జనలోక తపలోక సత్యలోక అతల వితల సుతల తలాతల మహాతల రసాతల and patala. Like that, the 14 lokas are manifested from this lotus. Some of them are from the flower, some of them are from the stem, some of them are from the lotus leaf itself. This is how, empowered by Lord Vishnu, Brahma created this universe with all the divisions. So like this, all universe are happening. So that is mentioned in third canto. Koti Shivi Andarashaya. Like that, crores of universes manifested. Among crores of universes, we are living in one universe. Our universe's dimension is 500 million yojanas. Panchashata Koti Vistaraha. This is the diameter of our universe. Internal diameter, the empty space is there, na? Oh, empty space ka diameter is 500 million yojanas. By the way, one yojana is equal to 13 kilometers. So here is Mahavishnu, unlimited universes. So Mahavishnu is here. This is our universe. Garbhodaksha Vishnu is here. So Lotus, Brahma, and 14 lokas. And our universe's internal diameter is 500 million yojanas, within which everything is there. And surrounding it, the 7 universal layers are there. This is our first layer, second layer, third layer, like that. 7 layers are there. And beyond that, there is material nature, which has got Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattva-guna. Like the total 10 layers are there in total. So every layer is 10 times thicker than the previous layer. The first layer is equal to the diameter of the universe. Second one is 10 times. The third one is again 10 times. Fourth, like that. This is the overall diameter of our universe. 10 to the power of 18 yojanas. And this entire universe, in comparison to Mahavishnu, it is like a Paramanu. What is our height generally? 5 feet 6 inches. What is the dimension of Paramanu? 1 Armstrong unit. Huh? 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters. Or 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. And we are 1.5 meters. 1.5? 1.5 meters east to, vis-a-vis 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. And one universe diameter is 10 to the power of 18 yojanas vis-a-vis Mahavishnu. What is the dimension of Mahavishnu? 1.5 into 10 to the power of 10. Then same way, 10 to the power of 18 into 10 to the power of 10. 10 to the power of 28 yojanas is the dimension of Mahavishnu. So like that we can just extrapolate. So that is the size of our universe in comparison to Mahavishnu. So that is about how the universe has been created. Then Brahma is given the responsibility. Now the universe is yours. Please take it forward. So Brahma already created 14 lokas. Now he has to fill those 14 lokas with different variety of living entities. So he has to create all the living entities. How the living entities are created? First there was single cellular amoeba. Then it expanded into multiple. Finally it evolved into highly
1835. The Galapagos
enlightened human
Islands.
being.
Young English naturalist Charles Darwin collects animal and plant specimens for study. His observations on these islands will be fundamental in formulating his theories, which many years later will be published in his great work on the origin of species, a revolutionary book that changed the way biology was understood giving rise to new scientific theories. In this book, Darwin laid down the scientific principle that each species had not always been the way we know it today. Rather, each one had changed and altered over time. Three concepts are important for understanding Charles Darwin's theories: natural selection, evolution, and the origin of species. In animals and plants, random trait mutations and modifications can appear. For example, a moth that is born a different color than its parents. Imagine that this mutation, new trait, improves an animal's ability to survive in its environment. Animals with this favorable trait would be better adapted to where they live and have a better chance to feed themselves and to reproduce than other animals of the same species without that trait. The offspring of parents with favorable characteristics will normally inherit those same characteristics. So, generation after generation, a trait that was rare occurs more frequently, becoming the norm within the species. This process is called natural selection. With the passing of time, these favorable mutations accumulate and species change, constantly adapting to an environment that never stops changing. Here's how the evolution of species takes place. Two groups of animals of the same species that adapt to two different environments over time can come to constitute different species. This way, the process of natural selection helps us to understand the origin of the species.
So this is the modern theory, how the species have been evolving, how they are transforming into different species in order to survive against the odds of the material nature. Of course, this is what we have studied in the schools and all. But Bhagavatam says there is a different reason for all this to manifest. In a differently they explain. So now, why did Brahma manifest different variety of living entities? What was the reason behind it? Brahma utilized the same 24 elements and manifested all the different species. Just to facilitate our desire, the fulfillment of our desire. Buddhindriya mana pranan janana masrujat Prabhu matrartam cha bhavartam cha atmane kalpanaya cha. Jiva happily serving the Lord in the spiritual world, but giving of the Supreme Lord comes to this material world in order to experience Ishatvam. Have been serving the Lord all the while. How it would be like I being on the other side of receiving. That is not possible in spiritual world. To experience that, what it means to receive service, Jiva comes to material world. So when Jiva comes to material world, he is receiving service by experiencing the 5 tanmatras. Matrartha means Lord Brahma has given us all these different abilities, different facilities and different instruments in the form of senses in order to experience 5 tanmatras. Whatever enjoyment one can think of in this material world is nothing but the combination of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. There is nothing beyond these 5 things. इसके ऊपर और एक बोल सकते हार्ट, जो हमने सोचा प्लान किया वो भी एग्जीक्यूट हो गया. So in that way. So if we are not satisfied with doing all these things in one lifetime, change the form, enter into different species and enjoy. When everything is done, come back to spiritual world. Atmane kalpanaya cha. Muktir hitva annata rupam swarupena vyavasthiti. In order to facilitate these 3 things, the entire universe has been created by Vishnu. Our physical forms, multiple variety, have been given by Brahma. Matrartham in one lifetime. If not sufficient, next life, Bhavartham. Once that is over, please come back to our eternal home. All of you know this verse. What is the meaning of this verse? Anybody can quickly tell? Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vasatyam te pratijane priyosime. Quickly. Okay. Okay. Pratijano priyosme. There is no doubt you will come to me. It's like simple things only. Man mana ma badbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. But does this verse has any internal import from the point of view of our Srishti? Let us try to discuss this. This is like take home message. This verse has very interestingly explains everything very nicely. Being my devotee, offer your mind to me, offer articles to me in worship, offer respects to me. I promise that you will come to me without doubt, for you are most dear to me. Now, by concentrating your mind on me, by being my devotee, worshipping me and offering respects to me, you will attain only me. Here Lord Krishna speaking Bhagavad Gita, he says only me. Not even Lord Rama, not even Lord Narasimha, not even Lord Varaha, Kuma, any other avatars. Only me. Bhagavan खुद बोल रहे, you approach me, you attain me only. Who is that? Neeli Shamasundara. Blue by Shamasundara. So now, but when we should do all these four things, first to become devotee. Don't remain as a karmi, jnani, yogi, or so materialist, this one, not this, not this. First of all, become a devotee and perform these four things. So what do you mean by performing these four things? First of all, when Lord Krishna says, man mana, give your mind as a gift to me. First of all, let us try to understand. There are two things. One is giving a gift or giving something in charity, dana. What do you mean by giving something in gift to somebody? Or what do you mean by giving something in charity to somebody? Okay, fine. These are all true, but one most important thing. Once you give gift to somebody, it belongs to them only. It is no more yours. Does it? Somebody's birthday is there, you purchased a mobile and give it to him. It becomes their personal mobile. You don't say that, hey, mera mobile de do, I will operate. You cannot ask. That becomes his personal property. He says, please give me some privacy. Hey, mera hai. Same way when you give charity, you don't keep on telling that, I give in charity. If I gave charity to this temple has been constructed for my money, it is my temple. Like that, anybody can say? No. Same way Lord Krishna is telling that, give your mind as a gift to me. What do you mean by that? एक बार भगवान का देने के बाद वो भगवान का आपका कुछ नहीं. अंडरस्टैंड दिस. भक्ति करना मतलब ये मन मना मतलब भगवान के बारे में सुबह चांटिंग करते समय थोड़ा सोचो, बाद में भूल जाओ. नहीं. दिस इज द मीनिंग. मन मना मीन्स दिस इज द मीनिंग. गिव योर माइंड एज ए गिफ्ट टू मी. And to whom? Lord Shamsundara. With moon-like face, with shining locks of hair, curly hair, and beautiful eyebrows, raining nectar in the form of glances of sweet mercy. This also indicates that give your mind, give your intelligence, give your ego, give your chitta. Man, buddhi, ahankara, chetana is a gift to me. Ek shloka, you cannot put everything, so one word that indicates all the four. Give man, buddhi, ahankara, chetana as a gift to me. वो भगवान का, मेरा नहीं. एक बार गिफ्ट दे दिया, हो गया. Then that means always think of me, contemplate upon my pastimes and qualities, identify yourself as my devotee, and finally always be Krishna conscious. That is the meaning of Manmana. Then Mad Bhakta. Give all your senses such as ears to me. Perform worship of me using all the senses with such services as hearing, chanting, seeing my murti, hearing, chanting, seeing my murti, cleaning, anointing my temple, picking flowers, offering me garlands, ornaments, umbrella, and chamara, etc. In deity worship, all the things will do. So basically, engage your jnanendriyas and karmendriyas in my service. Rishikena, Rishikesha Sevanam, Bhaktiruchate. So Mad Bhakta means engage all your 10 senses in my service. Manmana means engage your 4 antakarnas in my service. Then Madhyaji. The entire world is made up of 5 Mahabhutas, consisting of 5 properties. For us, we are like the enjoyer of this world. The entire world is meant for my enjoyment. but utilize the same objects for the service of the Supreme Lord. Madhyaji means worship me by giving me objects such as gandha, flowers, incense, lamp, naivedya, and ringing bell. Shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Everything is there. Indicating that engage everything that is in your possession, which acts as the object of enjoyment for you in my service. This is Madhyaji. सब कुछ भगवान का, मेरा कुछ नहीं. ये घर मेरा नहीं, गाड़ी मेरा नहीं, फैमिली मेंबर्स मेरा नहीं, ये संपत्ति मेरा नहीं, बैंक बैलेंस मेरा नहीं, सब कुछ भगवान का. एक बार गिफ्ट देने के बाद फाइनली माम नमस्कुरु, ऑफरिंग दंडवत. Dandavat is such a state when you offer Dandavat, anyone can come and anything can do. You don't know, you don't have any control over your protection. This body is completely given to Supreme Lord in that indication. So this body made up of Pancha Mahabhutas is offered to Supreme Lord. That is Maham Namaskuru. So what all we are offering? Manmana means 4 Antakaranas. Mad Bhakta means 5 Jnanendriya, 5 Karmendriyas. Madhyaji means 5 Tanmatras. Maham Namaskuru means 5 Pancha Mahabhutas. The 24 elements are offered to Supreme Lord. Offer these 4, thinking of me with the mind, serving me with the senses, worshipping me with the items of offering, offering respects to me with the whole body. Do all of them or any one of them. Lord Krishna says, if you do all these 4 or any one of them properly, make an offering of your mind, your senses, items of worship, or your entire body unto me, and I will make a oath to you that I will give myself to you. Why? Lord Krishna said, Ye yatamam prapadyante. If you offer everything that is in your possession unto me, I will offer everything that is in my possession unto you. This is Lord Krishna's promise. What do we have in our possession? 24 elements. वो 24 elements को भगवान को से अर्पण करेगा तो भगवान खुद को हमारे लिए अपने आप को अर्पण करेगा. This is the meaning of मनमना भव मद्भक्तो मध्याजी माम नमस्कुरु मामेव सत्यम ते प्रतिजाने प्रियोस्मे. And this is the meaning of Srishti Leela. Understand who are we, understand what is this world made up of, and how we can become freed from the bondage. This is the way. Hare Krishna. There are few more things we may try to discuss tomorrow morning. So we'll stop here. We are getting late.
Hare Krishna. We'll have a brief question answer session.
Now, still questions are there? Quickly.
I'll make few announcements and then we'll open up for questions.
Okay.
So we heartfully express our gratitude to Prabhuji for this wonderful presentation of very complicated tattvas, especially the way he began, the remedy and the reason for this perpetual misery.
By the way, this is school education. You are telling complex.
The way he set up the whole stage for us understanding, and tomorrow Prabhuji will actually go into the details of these sessions. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for this wonderful. Actually, the way we may read the text, but the visual, depiction of it, along with that, the way you connect all the things makes it very, very impactful to our understanding. Thank you very much. A few announcements. There are some books of Prabhuji which we have displayed. Prabhuji carried few books. Actually, very few are there. The 4 books which Prabhuji had told: Bhagavatam as Seeker's Journey, Bhagavat Cosmology, and then there is Bhagavat Tattva Vichar, and then the recent book Astronomy. The first 3 books I personally have read very nicely. All these things Prabhuji has described it in very detail. So some of the things which we may see at first sight, we may not immediately grasp it, but in the book they are very well detailed. You can have a look at them. Our Gajanan Prabhu will help out on, if you want to procure the books, you can procure the books also. So tomorrow we have the sessions continuing. Tomorrow morning 10:30 is the second session. We will have the session in the above hall, in the Bhakti Shastri hall, and there we will gather morning 10:30, and that will end at 1 o'clock. After that we have lunch prasadam for all of you. Now, immediately after the question answer session, there will be dinner prasadam served at the old temple building. Now, tomorrow, first session will begin at 10:30. Again, lunch prasad, and then 2 o'clock, 2:30, the next session will begin. So tomorrow onwards, the sessions will happen in the above hall. So please make a note of this. And tomorrow onwards, the devotees who have, this is especially a very special course which is conducted with registrations. So I request those who want to again have after getting a glimpse of the course, if you want to register, surely you can register with Gajanan Prabhu. And then tomorrow onwards, we will continue with the further sessions. So there is dinner prasadam being arranged at the old building. It will start immediately after question answer session. So please feel free to converse with Prabhuji, have your questions clarified. Actually, Prabhuji gives a lot of online sessions. We personally requested him that please come down here. Kindly, we will wait for your time of availability. But the purpose of these offline sessions were more to interact and then understand these very detailed things. Thank you very much. So those who have questions can raise hands. We will pass the mic.
Straight away, directly speak the question.
One to Mataji.
No side discussion.
Prabhuji, I wanted to understand the difference between the hollow universe and pradhana. Are they same or they come in a sequence?
Pradhana means the material nature, Prakriti. By glancing upon Pradhana, Lord impregnates the Jiva Shakti and Kala Shakti in her womb. Then she produces 24 material elements. The combination of 24 elements produces unlimited universes. That one thing is called, one bubble is called one universe, which is also made up of same 24 elements only. In that bubble, we have Garbhodakshaya Vishnu producing Kamal, lotus, from that lotus coming 14 planetary systems. And Brahmaji uses the same 24 elements to make our body. Not only human body, every species body consists of same 24 elements. So it is like that.
So one more question. After the transformations of the gunas in pradhana, so Mahatattva, Sutratattva, and finally Ahankar. So now Ahankar only is there. Sutratattva and Mahatattva.
No, they will be there. All of them will be there. That's why I said, Mahatattva is like the root. It is not but Chetana. The 24 elements are there in the outside world. They are there within our body also. Mahatattva is Chetana. Sutratattva is our breathing. Okay? And then Ahankara is Ahankara, identity. And then intelligence is there, mind is there, Granindriyas are there, Karmendriyas are there, everything is there.
Simultaneously exist.
Simultaneously exist.
Thank you.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. The Chetana which connects the spirit to matter. I mean, are we to understand it's the consciousness? I mean, I was just.
Yes. It is consciousness. In Sanskrit, the Chetana word and Buddhi word are interchangeably used. Many places, Buddhi means intelligence. Many places, Buddhi means Chetana. So, Buddhi and Chetana are intertwiningly used because both the purpose is same. One thing I did not discuss intentionally because time is going ahead. Now, every element has a particular function to do. In total, we have 24 elements. Earth, water, fire, ether, Shabda, Rasa, Sparsha, etc. And 5 Jnana, 5 Karmendriyas, Manbuddhi, Ahankara, Chetana. Beyond them, there are 4 more elements. Kala, Karma, Jiva and Paramatma. Jivatma and Paramatma. Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, Karma. Srila Prabhupada's introduction, Bhagavata talks about 5 things. Ishvara, Jiva, Kala, Karma, Prakriti. And the Prakriti expands into 24 elements. So 24 plus 4, total 28. It is with the help of Buddhi, that means intelligence, we are able to understand the 24 elements. Buddhi only can help us understand matter. It is Chetana which helps us understand the spirit. It is only with the help of Chetana we can understand who is Ishvara, who is Jivatma, what is Kala and what is Karma. That's why every day morning we recite Cheto Darpana Marjanam Bhavamaha Davagna Nirvarpanam. Right now, Ahankara is the boss. Ahankara snubbed Chetana so much that Chetana became so weak he can't do anything. So by our sadhana, we are reawakening or re-energizing or feeding him food so that he can become healthy. And he can override Ahankara, he can guide Ahankara. He should be able to tell that, hey, you chup, you listen what I am saying. Bhakti karo, badmash mat karo, badmashgiri mat karo. So we need to, what you can say, we need to bring Chetana into good health by our sadhana. When Chetana will help us understand Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, then we can appreciate Bhakti. Otherwise, our life goes in going to restaurant, going to movie theater, going here, going there, like that. That is the function of the matter. So like that. Behind.
Hare Krishna. Regarding Chetana, I had more question, Prabhu. So you said it is the connection, right, between the soul and the body. But if we were to physically imagine, so my understanding is that the soul, proper Jivatma, then it is surrounded by the subtle body, right, which is sitting in the heart. But then we all often come across this in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Hridaya Granthi. So the Hridaya Granthi is the immediate, so that is what is capturing the soul to be conditioned. So that is referring to karma, the ahankara, not the chetana, or how can we understand where the chetana fits?
Good question. Hridaya Granthi part we will be discussing in the next slides. It will coming. We have not discussed now. Tomorrow morning we will discuss that. Hopefully you are there in the tomorrow session. So we will discuss about it. Is a subtle conception, which is the very subtle property of the subtle body. Hridaya Granthi is caused by avidya shakti of the Supreme Lord. 24 elements are manifest from Pradhana. Supreme Lord also has avidya shakti. That avidya shakti produces 5 ajnana vrittis. Sasarjagre andatamishra madatamisra madikrit mahamoham cha tamastagnyana vrittaya. These are 5 ajnana vrittis which bind us in the material world. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra they are called as avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha. So what are these 5 things? How are they binding us? How are they making us illusion in this world? We'll discuss tomorrow the details.
And the Chetana is also, isn't it sometimes referred to as the contaminated material consciousness?
It is supposed to be in pure consciousness, it is pure state, but because ahankara is become so powerful, snubbed Chetana so much, it is become as good as not existent. That in non-existent state, we are telling it is karma contaminated.
So only in the ideal situation it is fully sattva guna.
Yes.
Otherwise it is not.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Right now also Chetana is there, but it is simply dormant. It can't do anything. अभी बास इतना पावरफुल है तो सेवक क्या करेंगे? बास जो बोलेंगे वही करना पड़ेगा. अपने खुद कोई डिसीजन नहीं ले सकते. So that is the situation now. It is by our sadhana we are bringing Chetana back to good health. Then Chetana will guide us how to travel towards Ishvara. Otherwise, right now Ahankara is guiding us to how to go to matter. How to go to basically not matter exactly, the 5 tanmatras. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. यही चल रहा है भौतिक जगत में. So it is like that. I am trying to address all these things from the point of view of functionalities. The different people have different things. Many times people say that Chetana is subconscious mind. It is only storing the subconscious experience like that. That is a different way of looking at it. From functional point of view, from teachings of Lord Kapila's section, how this functioning? Because everything is in terms of seva. We say that we want to become a servant of the Supreme Lord. Same way, the 24 elements are also serving us in some way. What are their principal services? This is the service. So in that way. Any questions? Yes, Prabhu. Mike.
Prabhu, Harish. So in the slide where you're showing the Brahmas coming out of Nabi and the Kshirodaksha Vishnu there, but we read, I mean, I wanted to clarify more on this concept of Hiranyagarbha. I don't know if you're going to talk in your future presentation on.
No, I am not going to discuss about Hiranyagarbha. That is a subtle topic, very elaborate topic. That is a little different. I'll give you a simple analogy. Right now we are a person.
Yeah.
We in total have 4 divisions. Grass body, subtle body, Jivatma, Paramatma. There are 4 personalities are sitting in this. Okay? Same way, in the universe also there are 4 personalities. One is grass body. What is the grass body? 14 planetary systems. This is the grass body of the entire universe.
Yeah.
In Sanskrit, this is called as Virat Purusha.
Yeah.
Virat Rupa.
Universal form. Yeah. Okay.
English now we don't get proper understanding. Universal form means person. A person nahi. 14 lokas. This is the grass body. Bhulok se lekar Satyalok tak, Atala se lekar Patal tak. This is a subtle grass body. The 14 lokas are there. Rahne ka bhi. 14-story building. That is the grass form. Now subtle body. Subtle body is nothing but Hiranyagarbha. In the Bhagavatam, when the term is used Hiranyagarbha, it is nothing but the subtle universal form. That is nothing but the combination of all the living entities living in this entire universe. सब कुछ blade of grass से लेकर ब्रह्मा जी तक सबको मिलके all जीवात्मास put together is called Hiranyagarbha. That is the subtle body of the entire universe. Then who is the Jivatma of the entire universe? Brahmaji. He is the main person of the entire universe. He is the Jivatma. This universe belongs to Brahma. ये उनका है. Just like this body belongs to this Jiva, this entire universe belongs to Brahma. He is the predominating soul in the entire universe. And who is the Paramatma of the universe? Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. He is the Paramatma.
So he is called the Samasti Paramatma, the technical term they use.
Yeah. Vesti and Samashti. Vesti means individual, Samashti means the whole put together.
That is one question.
Vesti Paramatma is Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, Samashti Paramatma is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu.
Sorry, Vyashti Paramatma is?
Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Individual Paramatma.
Yeah. Then this Mahavishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu, my understanding is there only one? Someone once told in a class there are more than one also. But I just wanted to clarify that.
No, only one Mahavishnu.
Only one man.
Only one Mahavishnu and the Garbhodakshaya Vishnus are equal to as many number of universes. So here you can see clearly. There is only one Mahavishnu, but n number of universes and n number of Garbhodakshaya Vishnus. And n number of Kshirodakshaya Vishnus. And within that universe, the same Kshirodakshaya Vishnu expands into n number of Jivas. Andantarastha Paramanu cha Antarastham. So in that way. Yes. Quick, mic. You can pass the mic in front. In the meantime. Loud. Hare Krishna.
You explain about the Gyan Indriya. They are not exactly the eyes, this is the connection between the external senses and like between the heart. But what exactly then the Karma Indriya? Because you said the subtle body has this part of Karma Indriya.
Karma Indriya.
Consider leg or hands as Karma Indriya, but are they not? Then what exactly is that Karma Indriya?
See, when you say hand, what do you show? Hand, I mean this one. This is hand. This is actually a fleshy hand consisting of the skin, flesh, bones, blood, etc. This is actually made up of grass body. It is nothing but earth, water, fire, ether. But actually the ability, what hand does? It lifts, it gives and takes, it writes and does so many things. The ability to do some activity is called Karmendriya. The hand per se, the external hand per se is nothing but the grass body. Same way the eyeball which is here is nothing but the grass body. But the ability to transmit the information which is reflecting on the eyeball, you are there, your image will be reflected on my eyeball. That information will go from ear to the heart. The carrier is called subtle Jnanendriya. That is Jnanendriya. And this Jnanendriya will leave this body at death and enters into a new body. But this eyeball remains here. After your death, after our death, this eyeball can be fixed onto somebody else also. So this is part of the flesh body. The Jnanendriya is subtle. That moves on to the next body. Same way, Karmendriya, this hand is leaving, we are leaving behind here. But the ability, it goes to the next body. That is Karmendriya. Same way.
The vrittis or samskaras, where exactly they are, like in our subtle body? We said that these are
Mind is the store of all experiences. Good, bad, all experiences are stored in the mind. According to modern science, they may talk about subconscious mind, this mind, so many things are there. But on the broader perspective, mind is the storehouse of all experiences. So it's like
all
that.
the vrittis or samskaras, they are there in the
Everything is stored in the mind. Ahankara is like the boss, mind is like the personal secretary. He keeps note of everything. He records everything. So in that way.
Prabhuji, Hare
Quickly.
Krishna. Prabhuji, this Brahma, we have heard every one of us first become Brahma. That is a big confusion.
No. Everyone of us want to experience Ishatvam.
We don't become Brahmas.
If you want to experience Ishatvam by becoming Brahma, you become Brahma. If you want to experience Ishatvam by becoming Indra, you become Indra. If you want to experience Ishatvam by becoming Bengalurian, you become Bengalurian. So like that. Wherever it is possible, it is impractical that everyone has to become Brahma. Brahma life itself is 100 years, pretty long time. Everyone cannot become Brahma. But wherever they could experience Ishatvam, that is where they come.
And after the universe, Prabhuji, there are all these 10 coverings, no? Each 10 times the thickness. What is the purpose of all these coverings?
आपको बांध के रखने का ना, solid bondage. You can't, even though if you want to go out, you can't go. Just like that. With your material endeavor. So,
And you had mentioned
keep the mic close.
you had mentioned Bhavat two terminologies, Prabhuji. I'm not able to recall. This life we experience.
Matrartham, Bhavartham. Matrartham means for the purpose. Why we came here? In order to enjoy the five Tanmatras. Now we are a human being. You are enjoying. If you are not done with, you become Devata and enjoy. You become Gandharva, enjoy. You become Kinnara, Kimpurusha, like that. Keep changing one spiritual